Turtles are a magical species. Being able to protect their habitat is really important.
But once we actually see them, how do we then get them? When Christine first mentioned a rodeo, honestly, I thought she was joking.
Right in front, right in front.
Hang on a second, gotta go.
I have to make the next jump, otherwise I've officially let the team down. Even though it doesn't look like it, this is sea turtle country. So today I'm going out with a team that's on the very front line when it comes to helping out our ocean wildlife. But apparently how they do their work, it's a little bit different.
Chris is joining a World Wildlife Fund survey team in North Queensland.
This is more like it. We've got water.
The coastal waters here are home to 6 of the world's 7 species of turtle, but they're finding their habitat increasingly under threat.
Morning.
Morning, Chris.
It's like you're waiting for me. How are you?
Welcome
Hey,
on
lovely
board.
meeting you, Chris.
Yeah, you too.
G'day.
Today, Chris is helping Ian and Christine, along with 2 other crews, collect important data from the area's native green turtle population.
Come on board and let's get kitted up.
All right.
Turtles are a magical species. You know, they've been around for billions of years, and they also tell us a story about what's happening in the reef. Being able to protect their habitat and them into the future is really important.
What we're looking at is how coastal pollutants are affecting turtle health. Everything that's accumulating in here into this ocean, turtles and wildlife are feeding off that, and we want to work out what is happening to those turtles and the greater ecosystem.
So how do we actually find the turtles out here?
So the way that we do it is we actually look from the front of the boat and stand actually up on the bow.
But once we actually see them, how do we then get them?
So the rodeo technique's been used for decades, and
The rodeo technique.
rodeo technique. On the skipper's call, you're actually going to launch out off the boat while the boat is still going, and you've got to try and get in front of it, catch its carapace, its shell, particularly behind the back of the neck.
Yep.
Get a good handhold on it and bring it up to the surface.
Wow. When Christine first mentioned a rodeo, honestly, I thought she was joking, but this is serious. The timing of my dive has to be absolutely perfect, and my cowboy skills have to be up to scratch. Otherwise, I could very easily lose some of these.
Yep. Right there.
It's like the sea line.
Ready when you are.
All of a sudden, the call comes through from Ian. There's a turtle, and we are go.
Now.
Got it. Well done. Wow. Amazing technique. That is incredible.
This one, just lift straight.
As expected, the first catch of the day goes to Christine. The bar has now been set.
This is a really, a fat,
Yeah, it is.
happy little turtle.
You're looking good, buddy. Hey, you're actually in pretty good nick. You didn't expect that, though, didn't you?
Everything's suddenly become very clear as to why this is a turtle rodeo.
Absolutely.
That's dramatic, isn't it?
It is. Are you keen to give it a go?
I think so, yeah.
Excellent.
I've seen Christine do her thing, and she does it well.
12 o'clock. Right there.
So now the pressure's on me to deliver similar results.
Hang on.
It's 2-0.
It's on. Game on.
The strategy, as Chris tells me, is to jump down a little bit ahead of the turtle. By doing that, by the time you actually hit the water, the turtle's caught up to your hands and it should appear magically in your grasp.
It stopped. Went out the back.
So it turns out the champion turtle catcher is fallible after all. This makes me feel better that you missed one.
So you're up.
I believe so, yeah.
Excellent.
So now it's time for me to earn my stripes. Only problem is, there's no turtles.
We went through a little bit of a hot spot here, so yeah, we've got 2 on board and we chased another couple and...
Right in front.
Hang on a second, gotta go. Hang on. gone left, Chris, it's cut left underneath. There it is, gone right. There.
The speed these turtles generate is something else. Plus they have an extra thing we don't really have. That's agility.
Just down in front there, Chris. Just going left a bit. Going in front of the boat. Don't go.
We're weaving trying to match the movements of the turtle and hopefully position ourselves just behind and to the left of this moving animal.
Now.
The call comes from Ian, go. I leap out, hoping my arms are going to reach down and grab the turtle. Unfortunately, it's not to be. Beginner's luck, that's not happening today. I just don't think I jumped far enough ahead. I think I was kind of on top of it, and by the time it was underneath me, it was already in front of me, you know, it was...
And I think it actually turned as you jumped as well, so it took a bit of a turn.
Took a turn for the worst, and you didn't have your feet together.
We're being harsh, aren't we?
I'd have given it a 3.
3 out of 10. I thought when I got back in the boat, there'd be consoling pats on the back, everyone saying, come on mate, you'll be right, you'll get it next time. No, that's not exactly how it works around here.
All right, you're up again.
There's one way to make up for it, isn't there? Tough school here.
Yes.
Yep. I've learned a lot from the first miss, so now it's time to change a few things and go back for round number 2. I'm in the water, my hands are grasping out, but it is a miss. The boat, they don't even hang around. They're off.
When you're ready.
Ian's decided he's going to catch this turtle. Annoyingly, Ian, who I thought was just the boat driver, also catches turtles. Better than I do. I touched it then.
Well, that's good. So you get the pass.
Again, just wasn't far enough ahead of it.
Is it easy to catch a turtle? I don't think so. I think many people have tried and think that it's going to be an easy thing to do, but no, it's not. It's actually quite challenging.
Wow, that's bigger.
Yeah, so this is a real target one for us because this one would have now been in this foraging ground for somewhere between 15 and 25 years, accumulating what is entering the environment, what people are putting down their sinks, what people are putting on their gardens, all ends up in the ocean eventually.
We've got 6 out of 7 species of marine turtles in our backyard, and the majority of them are in decline. I think that's a cause for concern, and I think we really need to be mindful about what we do as humans and how we impact not only turtles but all wildlife.
Okay, good
You're
work,
up.
team.
There's still one issue.
There is.
The fact I'm wet and don't have a turtle. The simple fact is we have to get in and grab these turtles as quickly as possible. The tide's dropping and time is running out. So I just go straight back to the bow of the boat and get into the jump position.
Oh, there it is. Just
Where?
there. It's going pretty slow.
Got it. Ready?
Now I can feel the pressure building. It's a mixture of adrenaline and stress. I have to make the next jump, otherwise I've officially let the team down.
I'll bring you in a bit more and go.
Let's be honest, the dive wasn't exactly graceful, but all that matters is there was a turtle in my hands. I got one, and that's a start. Thank you. With one now under my belt, I go back to the front of the boat with a bit more confidence.
Right there, right there.
Again, the call comes, and we're off.
There it is. Right there, right there. Hang on, hang on, hang on. That's going to be a handful, Chris. It's a big boy.
Right.
Ready? Yep. Go.
This turtle is much bigger than the last one I dealt with, so just slowing him down is an effort.
Got to get it vertical. That's it.
Getting him vertical feels impossible. Thankfully, after a lot of struggling, I get his head out of the water, and amazingly, that struggling stops. Oh, wow. That's a big turtle.
The front third of them are just pectoral muscle and they're just in their element.
Yeah. That was a real rodeo, a real wrestle. Battle of wills. In the past, every encounter I've had with turtles has been kind of gentle from a distance, and you get to really admire their beauty and their tranquility. Here, it is splash and it is dash.
No, just top of it. Now. Oh, nice catch.
That was a very nice catch.
I feel like I'm suddenly getting the hang of this. I jump in and now it feels natural to feel turtle shell and feel it firmly.
That's a nice fat turtle.
Yeah, it is.
Feeding well.
You're in decent shape, aren't you?
While I'm now more relaxed, we've got a decent number of turtles. Now comes the tricky part. We've got to get these turtles up onto the beach and work out exactly what each of them is facing.
This one has a fishing hook snagged in its flipper.
Wow. So he has been caught before, but by fishing line. All right, I might get my kit. See if we can get that out straight away.
I knew when I arrived here today that these guys are on the front line when it comes to encountering turtles that are really doing it tough. This girl here is living proof of that. If pollution in the environment weren't a big enough hurdle, now this turtle has had to deal with fishing gear.
You've never seen a vet before, have you? I guarantee that. So it's fairly recent. I mean, there's not a lot of corrosion on the hook. I guess you just pop out. There we go. Simple as that.
You can imagine what that would do if it actually was caught in their mouth and they ingested that and down into their crop.
Yep, well, that is certainly better out than in. Right, that's all done. That'll heal up all by itself. So, now we need blood tests, measurements, and a weight.
That's right, and a tag so we can identify again in the future. It's important we get as many numbers as we can, especially for the population dynamics.
Precisely 100 centimetres. I think she's ready for the tag.
Excellent. Just going to feel a little flinch.
Yep.
That's it. That's a good tag. We're in.
Now that she's tagged, each and every time she's caught in the future, we know exactly who she is and really how she's doing. Importantly also, we then know whether the environment is changing.
So that's 102.
So while she's up like this, is it a good time to take the blood test?
Absolutely. There you go.
What happens to these samples after they're taken is actually quite interesting. Some of them go to Florida, some of them end up at the University of Queensland. But the whole idea is to build up a picture of their own individual health, but also they'll be able to analyse whether there are any toxins in the blood and where they're coming from.
Oh, she goes international, doesn't she?
She does go international. Green turtles are a really great indicator of ecosystem health, and so that's why they're so important to this study. Not only because they're endangered at a global scale, but they're able to tell us, like a canary in the coal mine, what's actually happening in our environment.
How you going there?
What is it? This is 73.5 centimetres.
Okay.
But the interesting thing about this is it's our recaptured turtle. So that's great. These are the guys that give us growth rates.
So I guess the exciting part for you guys is being able to bleed her again now and get another test done.
Absolutely. Now we can run those samples again and see what changes there were in her chemical load.
Yep.
Ready? 1, 2.
That'll do.
I was proud of catching this one, but now I'm wishing it was a bit smaller.
Last but certainly not least is Chris's monster catch.
I knew the moment my hands touched him out in the ocean that he was a big boy, but probably didn't really realise just how big. 147.5 kilograms.
47.5.
1.5 times my weight.
At nearly 150 kilos, that makes this boy anywhere between 30 and 50 years of age. In that time, it's scary to think how many cyclones, how many boats he's had to dodge. But just to actually be up close to a turtle this age, it's extraordinary.
Okay, yep.
Thank you.
Fast-moving boats, wild weather and fish hooks aren't the only obstacles sea turtles have to deal with.
There's been 200 years of industrialisation, of coastal development, pollution, runoff, human habitation, and it's really important to understand that what you put down your sink, what you put on your garden and what washes off from your land ends up here and ends up in our marine wildlife like turtles.
Some good news, buddy. The time with us is done.
After taking measurements and blood samples, it's time to start releasing the turtles.
See you next time.
See you, buddy. Oh, he's in a hurry.
It was a fantastic day. Look, we got all the turtles we needed, some recaptures, and the recapture was the most important one, so that was fantastic to get that one. One last push.
While I've faced my own challenges today, they're really nothing compared to what these turtles face each and every day out in the wild. Hopefully this testing we've done today and all these samples will make a massive difference to turtles all around the world. That's what you want to see, isn't it? Leave the beach strong and swim right happy.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful scene.
Back home.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kate, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the Bondi Vet YouTube channel. Click on the screen for more great content. And for free, exclusive, never seen before Bondi Vet stories, you can sign up to bondipet.com, and you can do so via the link in the description.